well, I don't have anything against it, and anybody else doesn't already have against it. But it's a great place to be from. And my town was real small. We had to make a lot of stuff up to do because there wasn't a lot going on. And this song is about some of the stuff that we made up to do. I can make you laugh. I don't have the guts to do it. There's that ice cream shop off Hamilton Street, you used to work there. There's that bar across town, one that plays all your favorite songs. Sometimes life got rough, back then I had you, and I knew it. I almighty, I've traveled your roads and your hills. I'm your lover, the FWs, and you broke down factories and mills. I'm your freight trains and your friends, your shopping malls, your tanning beds. Hi, oh my dear, please forgive me too. Like I'm forgiving. Indian Falls, gas stations, and fraternity house parties. When I go back, I feel like I could really take my time. Smoking again, say curse words, listen to Ted Nugent, and get busted up inside. Dig a hole in my backyard, bury all my old crap from high school. And I was home not that long ago, my parents are moving again. You gotta come get your stuff out of the basement. I said, okay. I went over there and I was kind of mad at him for making me come because all it was this one shoebox. But I started going through it, looking at my old stuff, and I found this picture of you in there. Man, it looked amazing. You're riding on the back of this big old boat of a car. It's huge. You had on this dress that your mom made you. Wearing a crown and a sash because they just named you the queen of some kind of vegetable. And that's kind of what my hometown was like. We crowned people for stuff like vegetables. Needless to say, there wasn't a whole lot going on, but that didn't stop you. Sometimes you might want to call the guy up and say something to him like, hey man, you want to do something? And seeing as there wasn't a whole lot going on, that guy usually said some stuff back like, yeah. You could kind of separate the guys that did stuff into two very distinct groups. The first group of guys was like the pothead guys. And those guys usually hung out in the field or the garage. I guess they hung out in the field because, there wasn't any chance of anybody walking in on you or anything like that, Your parents weren't going to smell it and get mad. There was a chance he might come out of there high and covered in ticks, but that's what I like to call a character builder. The ideal place to do that, of course, was the garage, because you can get a real vibe going on in there, man. Hard to do in the field, Light some incense, put on the Allman Brothers, put up like a cool poster on the wall of like a chick or a Ferrari or a chick on top of a Ferrari if you had like some extra money. But the thing about doing that is when you do it, your mind tends to wander. And I remember one time we was all doing that in my garage when I was a kid, and my mind wandered away to when I was in the garage as a much younger man. And I had to make that pine wood derby car for Boy Scouts. And mine was shitty, and I didn't win anything. And the next thing I knew, this guy would stand next to me, handed me a lunch bag full of spray paint, and I thought, I guess. The second group of guys was like the drinkers, man, and they were all hanging out down in the basement. I don't know why we hung out down in the basement when we were doing that, but that's where we hung out for some reason. We had this guy that we added who was old enough to buy us beer named Baseball Fred because he wore this baseball hat. So we all called him Baseball Fred. Baseball Fred would come over real late at night with some Labatt Blue or some Amber Bock or something cool like that, man, and we just drink them all. And the next day you got to get rid of all those empties without your mom seeing them. So I'd do something real cool on the down low, like put them in my laundry bag, and on the way out the door say some nonchalant shit like, I'm gonna go do my laundry now. Drive over to the CVS that blocked the dumpster behind it from the highway so no one could see that you were throwing away stuff back there or that you were throwing up back there. And after you did one or two of both of those things, you could be on your way home. But friends, I want to say this to you tonight because I want to tell you, whatever you're out there doing, may you do it in the best of company, may you have a great time while you're doing it, and when all is said and done, may you make up a kick-ass song you can sing to some people in Asbury Park about it. Please forgive me, high on mighty, I've traveled your roads and your hills. I'm your lover, VFW, and you broke down factories and mills. I'm your freight train and your friends, your shopping malls and your tanning beds. Well, hi, oh my dear, please forgive me too, like I'm forgiving you.